Välkomna till den 5:e nomineringsfilmen som handlar om Årets dikt för 2015. Jag kommer att använda uttrycket poem of the year, alltså det engelska uttrycket. Eftersom samtliga 3 dikter som är nominerade är på engelska, samtliga är dessutom skrivna av amerikanska författare. Jag har gått tillväga så här när jag tog ut mina kandidater. Jag har studerat alla mina blogginlägg och sett vilka som varit mest populära i varje månad. Eller bland de populäraste varje månad så har jag plockat fram 12 kandidater till en lång lista och därefter gallrat ner dem till 3 stycken. The first candidate for the Poem of the Year award in my blog is Darkening Then Brightening, written by Kim Adonisio. She was born in Washington, D.C. She divides her time between Oakland, California and New York City. She's the author of 7 books of poetry, most recently My Black Angel from 2015. And next year, her next collection will be published, and that will be called Mortal Trash. Her collection Tell Me was a finalist for the National Book Award. Darkening, then brightening. The sky keeps lying to the farmhouse, lining up its heavy clouds above the blue table umbrella, then launching them over the river. And the day feels hopeless until it notices a few trees dropping delicately their white petals on the grass beside the birdhouse, perched on its wooden post. The blinking fledglings stuffed inside like cloves in a tiny suitcase. At first you wandered lonely through the yard, and it was no help knowing Wordsworth felt the same. But then Whitman comforted you a little, and you saw the grass as uncut hair, yearning for the product to make it shine. Now you lie on the couch beneath the skylight, the sky starting to come clean, mixing its cocktail of sadness and dazzle, a deluge and then a digging out, and then enough time for one more dance or kiss before it starts again, darkening, then brightening. You listen to the tall wooden clock in the kitchen. Its pendulum clicks back and forth all day, and it chimes with a pure sound, every hour on the hour, though it always mistakes the hour. The second candidate for Poem of the Year 2015 is The Book of Ash by Nick Flynn. He's currently a professor on the creative writing faculty at the University of Houston, where he is in residence each spring. In 2015 he published his 9th book, My Feelings, and his work has been translated into 15 languages. The Book of Ash. Half burnt, half buried, abandoned in a dark pit, dug out of sand, a book. Beach chairs all around it. No one else seemed to even notice. That beach, that spot, I read of Mice and Men there, years ago. A worn-out paperback, so worn the glue was brittle. So brittle each page pulled free from the spine as I turned it. A windy day. Each page blew from my hand, skittered off down the beach until the last page. Now on my desk, the Book of Ash, ash fallen to the floor around us. I ask my daughter not to touch it, but of course she touches it, her fingertips black now. The spine is burnt completely away, It burned from the top down, the spine like a fuse, with flame running down it while fanning upward. Now, when I open what's left, it looks like wings. From what can be deciphered, it was a test, or maybe simply a way to prepare for a test. Pages of stories followed by pages of questions. The answers multiple choice. A drawing of some leaves, the answers on the facing page. A burned, B holds, C displayed. Now when you open what's left, ash falls like tiny black feathers. Hold this wing up to the light, the carbon letters shine. B 15 was. This is how flames will paraphrase us all. This book, this ash. I try to put it back together. I glue each wing into a clean white book. And the third candidate for Poem of the Year 2015 is called Written by Himself by Gregory Pardlow. He was born in Philadelphia and grew up in Willingboro, New Jersey. He is the author of Totem 2007, winner of Honigman First Book Prize, and Digest from 2014, winner of the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry. He is an associate editor for the literary journal Callaloo and teaches creative writing at Columbia University. He lives in Brooklyn. Written by himself. I was born in minutes in a roadside kitchen, a skillet whispering my name. I was born to rainwater and lie. I was born across the river where I was borrowed with clothespins, a harrowed tooth, broadsides soon in my shoes. I return, though it please you, through no fault of my own. Pockets filled with coffee grounds and eggshells. I was born still and superstitious. I bore an unexpected burden. I gave birth, I gave blessing, I gave rise to suspicion. I was born abandoned outdoors in the heat-shaped air, air drifting like spirits and old windows. I was born a fraction and a cipher and a ledger entry. I was an index of first lines when I was born. I was born waist deep stubborn in the water, crying ain't I a woman and a brother. I was born to this hall of mirrors. This horror story I was born with a prologue of references, pursued by mosquitoes and thieves. I was born passing off the problem of the 20th century. I was born. I read minds before I could read fishes and loaves. I walked a piece of the way alone before I was born. That was the third candidate of the prize Poem of the Year 2015. I will let you know who wins it on January 2nd. Bye for now.